we wanted to look at, so since Mikko Rantanen is one of the 2025 free agents, we wanted to look at the 2025 free agent class and look at guys and see if, like, talk about if they'll stay or if they'll go. And we'll go through about like maybe 15, 20 of the guys. We'll go to some goalies as well. But I think it'd be probably a fun discussion because there's a couple guys on here that, like, they might be big name players who might not stay on their team.
Okay.
So let's just hop straight right. Oh, what do you have?
Nope. No, it's an okay. I just said okay.
Okay. Let's just hop straight into it here, starting off with Mitch Marner, who leads all of these players in points in this class. He has 68 points so far this season. 27 years old, coming off of a 6-year extension, which I can't believe that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, it makes me feel so old.
Yeah, I can't believe that. I remember when that was going on.
I remember when he got stopped walking to the bus stop when I saw him. I got signed because that was the year. Yeah, that was the year where he didn't get signed till like September.
Yeah, he's been for a while.
But yeah, Marner, after a somewhat disappointing year last year, he's really, really showing out.
Yeah, he's improved dramatically. This has been an awesome year from him. I think they do keep him around.
I think he's a local kid. He wants to stay in Toronto. I think they're going to find a way to do it. However, he's playing his way to more and more money.
He is.
So if Toronto doesn't meet his financial needs, you could potentially see him maybe test. He might test the market, but I still think he'll find his way back to Toronto.
On the open market, how much do you think he could get realistically? 13, 14?
I was going to say like 12, 12.5.
12? Okay. Maybe I'm...
12, like 12. Honestly, 11.5 to 13 would be the range, I think.
Well, he's getting 10.9 right now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Do you think that... Well, again, he's going to get a raise no matter what. Do you think...
Yeah.
Do you think he stays with Toronto, though?
I think he does.
Okay. Next up, we talked about him a little bit earlier in the episode. Mikko Rantanen has 64 points this season with the now Carolina Hurricanes. Again, we talked about it. It'll depend on if Carolina has the money. LeBlanc, you already said your opinion earlier, but just state it again.
He's going on Broadway, baby. He's going to be a New York Ranger.
This freaking guy. I think Carolina is going to fight heaven and earth to sign him. Otherwise, unless if you get somebody back that's better than him in free agency, it's not the greatest look.
Yeah, like you said, they're gonna move heaven and earth to make it happen. So
yes, they're gonna try their best.
I realistically think he will re-sign with Carolina, but I just say he's going to be a Ranger just to piss everybody off.
Yeah, he's coming off of another 6-year extension that was worth 9.25. So yeah, he could probably get 12, 13, maybe 14.
13.5. I think they may go for on the open market. He would get 14.
Probably, for sure. Next up, then Matt Duchene, 47 points, is coming off of a 1-year extension worth $3 million. He's been a really good fit for Dallas. I think he could get a little bit more money, though. Do you think he stays?
As long as Dallas is in contention, I think he's going to stick around.
Probably. Again, he's been a good acquisition for them.
Matt Duchene likes anywhere that you can wear a cowboy hat at the grocery store. Like he generally likes it in Dallas, so I think he'll stay.
Yeah, I agree. Mikael Granlund from the Sharks, 43 points this year, coming off of the last year of a 4-year, $5 million deal. I don't know. I think he gets traded first off.
I think he gets traded, and then I think you could see him sign.
Well, it'll have to depend where. It'll have to depend where he gets traded to and all that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I see it, but New Jersey and Mikael Granlund seems like a match.
Okay. Well, let's just say that he sticks with San Jose. Do you think they sign him?
Yes, if they did, we'll try and sign him.
Okay. On the open market, how much do you think a guy like him could get? Do you think he gets more than 5 or less than 5?
I think he can get 6.
I feel like he would be somebody who thinks he's worth more than he really is, and then he ends up holding out until mid-July, late July. I don't know.
I feel like on the market he can probably get $6 million.
Yeah, maybe. Again, it'll have it. He's 32 years old, so it'd have to be a shorter term deal probably, but I could see it. Nikolai Ehlers, 43 points this year, coming off of the 7-year, $6 million extension he signed. There were rumors in last offseason that he might get traded or might get moved from Winnipeg. Do you still believe in that, and do you think that he will stay or go?
Winnipeg's having a great year, and I feel like that might factor in. Like, if Winnipeg goes on a playoff run, like, how do you not stay?
I agree. Again, unless if they do lose in the first round, then I could see them maybe moving on from him. But I think that he's had a really good season. Like, again, 43 points. He's putting up good pace numbers. I think at this rate he's on pace to have like a 70-point season. So again, I think you could lock him up to another. Again, he's 28 years old too, so he's literally in his prime. I think you'd be stupid not to at least try and keep him around.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, you want to a team I think would be a fit for him.
Any team that needs a center, or not a center, needs a really good scoring winger. Honestly,
the Red Wings.
The Wings could work, but again, they've been known to signing guys to big contracts. So.
Stevie, put down the phone.
Put down the damn phone. John Tavares, coming off of the last year of an $11 million contract. I think he stays in Toronto, but he gets less.
If he is somewhere else next year, I will be genuinely shocked.
I could see it happening because, again, Marner is coming off the books, and they might not, and with Marner, he might ask for a lot, and they might not have enough money to.
I feel like he like once again another local kid who went home. He honestly he could sign like a 40 for 4-3.
Maybe, yeah. He might say to himself I've earned enough cash in this league.
This is where I want to retire.
Yeah, it's time for me to maybe make a little bit less these next couple of years and really lock down and try and get this team a championship, which it actually could go a long way.
Yeah, the only reason I would see Tavares leaving is if he doesn't feel like he's being respected by the organization.
Yeah,
and the organization says we're going in a different direction.
Yeah, I could see that too. Again, it really depends on what happens in the playoffs.
That's the thing about these contenders. Playoffs are a big factor. Some players either want the bag or they want success.
I also think though, they're still gonna, even if they do lose in the playoffs, they're still gonna keep them around just because they want to run it back every goddamn year. Yeah. So, we'll have to see. Brad Marchand, this is an interesting one, coming off of a 8-year, $6.125 million deal. Marshy's interesting.
He's gonna want to raise,
but he's 36.
He's still gonna want to raise. He's still gonna want.
I don't. Yeah, he probably will get some kind of raise. It's going to be a bridge. It's going to be a shorter term deal, though.
I'm not going to lie. I feel like if Bruins miss the playoffs, they're probably going to clean house, and maybe new management doesn't want to. Says we're going in a different direction.
It does depend if they do really want to clear house.
If they miss playoffs, I can maybe see Marchand walking, but it's also Brad Marchand. He's the captain of the Bruins. I don't see him not being a Bruin.
He's also been listed as a trade candidate, which I can't really see unless Boston goes on a 12-game losing.
No. If Boston tanks, tanks, they lose their next 8 of their next 10, I could see them being
not even that. If they I think it would have to be worse. You lose you go on an insane losing
12 out of your next 15.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I really can't see him leaving Boston. But crazier things have happened.
Mm-hmm.
We'll move down the list here a little bit. Brock Besser, 32 points this season, coming off of a 3-year, $6.6 million deal. There have been rumors of him maybe leaving.
He gone.
He gone? Really?
He gone.
Why?
I feel like he's had enough of Vancouver. Wow. You look at what's happened with all the media in Vancouver. You look at the situation right now in Vancouver. Besser's also been in trade rumors for years.
That is true.
I feel like kind of like DeBrusk. He had triggers for years in Boston. I feel like he's going to take this opportunity to get out.
I don't know. In a way, too, like I feel like there might be some teams who are a little bit, I don't know, because Besser, I don't really think he's been the same since that injury that he dealt with in the playoffs. Like I forget
Yeah,
what was it?
blood
Wasn't it?
clots.
Yeah, blood clots. So again, like that's the kind of injury that some players it's hard for them to come back from. So I don't know. Like we'll have to really see. Like again, I think he could stay with Vancouver. If they trade one of Pedersen or Miller, you got to keep him. You have to. You can't lose Miller and you
You know,
can't lose.
if you lose both or one, you got to keep them.
Yeah, 100%. All right, Jacob Chikrin from Washington, 32 points this year, coming off of a 6-year, $4.6 million deal. Chikrin's 26. He's going to want to pay. He's going to want to pay, right? 100%.
Chikrin's an interesting case because I can see him staying because it's a really good fit. However, he's going to want the bag.
He looks like he loves it in Washington, but like he was getting paid 4.6 for 6 years, and he's 26 years old. So this is his one chance with the salary cap going up to really make some money. So again, I could really see it happening.
He's going to want the bag.
Yes, for sure. Brock Nelson, 31 points this year, coming off of a 6-year, $6 million deal.
He gone.
He gone?
He's gonna get traded. He'll get traded first.
I that depends though, because the Islanders are kind of getting.
They're
hot.
streaking right now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I wouldn't put it past them if they do get back in that race. They are still like
they're still pretty far out. I think they trade him to a contender. I don't see the Islanders as a threat to the wild card right now. I feel like I'll be honest. I got a take here. Trade to a contender, and then the offseason, Chicago brings him in.
That's not a bad idea. That might be something they do try and go and do. So that's not a bad idea. I like that. What about Claude Giroux, Ottawa Senator, 31 points this season, coming off of the 3-year deal he signed with the Senators. What do you think happens there?
I'd be really surprised if he leaves.
I think he probably does stick around, especially after like this year. Like this year, they look like they are legitimate. Like they can do something.
Yeah.
So maybe he signs with a cheaper deal.
He also like Buddy lives like 5 minutes from the arena.
Yeah, he literally lives in Ottawa, so it would be a big shocker if you left it once.
The only reason I could see him leaving is if he wants to win a cup.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say if he wants to go back to Philly. Yeah, maybe. But again, like I feel like if that were to happen, it'd be like a trade. It'd be a trade deadline. Honestly.
Yeah, but I don't see Ottawa trading him.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Jamie Benn, coming off of an 8-year, $9.5 million deal. He's 35.
I'm not gonna lie. I see Dallas moving on.
You think so? From their captain? Wow.
I don't know. I could see Jamie Benn somewhere else.
I can't see that. I think they would keep him around just on a shorter term, cheaper deal. I can't see that.
I don't know. I can see Jamie Benn going somewhere else. I can see Dallas using his money, the money off the books better. Like let's say you want to bring him back to like 3.84 million, you could take the whole money 9.5 and just use it somewhere else. There's a lot of look what happened with Stamkos.
True, but I feel like Ben is not better than Stamkos.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But like I'm saying like there's a lot of good UFAs in this class.
Well, now that you bring up Stamkos, that is a pretty good point. What about Patrick Kane coming off of the 1-year, $4 million extension he got?
I feel like Kane's gonna leave.
Probably. I don't.
I like him in Detroit though. I want to see him stick around, but I don't know. I don't see him sticking around willingly if the Detroit's not in the playoffs.
Where's he really gonna go? That's the other thing.
Back to the Rangers.
Of course. We'll go a couple more and then we'll get into some goalies. Sam Bennett coming off of a 4-year, $4.4 million deal.
Stays.
Probably stays, yeah. I think Bennett brings a lot, brings the physicality, brings the offense too. It's been a little bit of a down year for him though. Has he been injured?
Yeah, he's been banged up a little bit.
Yeah, he's only played 48 games this year, so I guess that does make a little bit of sense. What about we'll go with two more. Aaron Ekblad, 8-year, $7.5 million deal. There have been legitimate talks that he might get moved on from.
I feel like Eric Ekblad's going to be somewhere else next year.
I think so too. I think again, you look at what you could get with that money that's coming off the books, and again, too, you got to sign Sam Bennett. You got to sign. I think Bobrovsky's coming off of a contract soon. I don't think it's this year; it's the following year. But
Bob's in 3 years. I think he's 3 years.
Is he?
Well, he signed an 8-year deal.
Post on it.
Yeah, he signed an 8-year deal like 4 years ago.
No, he's next year.
Oh, is he?
Him, Panarin, that whole 2019 class is next year.
Oh, goddamn.
Makes you feel old, doesn't it?
Yeah. Stop that. Let's stop that.
What about Ivan Provorov? I think he gets traded most likely, but if Columbus is in contention, maybe they do keep him.
I feel like he'd stick around.
Okay. And then let's look at the goaltenders. Okay. Couple goalies we can bring into here. Adin Hill from Vegas coming off a 2-year, $4.9 million deal.
I feel like he stays unless Vegas wants to change their goaltender.
Yeah, that's another thing too. Jonathan Quick, 39 years old, last year of
retires.
You think so?
He
might kick it around for another year or two.
Like he's good, but here's the thing: like he's done. He has 3 Stanley Cups, a Vezina Trophy, a Conn Smythe. He's done it all.
He has done it.
There's nothing more to prove.
That is true. He's done it all. He is a Hall of Famer. One of the ones with the goalies is very interesting. Is Logan Thompson and Adin Hill are both expiring. Do you think both of them stick around? Do you think one of them sticks around? What are your thoughts on that?
Thompson's gonna get a lot of interest on the market.
Yeah. What's crazy is that he's still on his ELC. He's on a $766K deal.
But I feel like Thompson's going to be the top goaltender on the market this offseason.
Probably. I feel like Washington keeps him around, though.
I could see it, but I also see a team who's desperate for a goalie saying, let's go get him.
But you also have Lindgren you got to pay too. You have Chikrin you got to pay as well. Ovechkin's coming up next year, I think.
So you really need to think, do you value Chikrin more than Thompson?
I'm being honest, I think you value Thompson.
I agree with that. But I don't know. There's going to be goaltenders on the market, get so many suitors.
Yeah. We'll have to see. Frederik Andersen's another one.
I could see Logan Thompson getting interest from Seattle.
Sign him to another massive contract and have him crash and burn. I still think he stays, though.
I'm trying to think of teams that need to go. Seattle, Montreal might be interested in him. It's tough. Thompson,
he is the top goalie, 100%. I look at this class, he is the top goalie by far.
Wait, would he be an RFA?
No, he's the UFA.
Okay, so
he might not be on his ELC then. That might be my fault. Yeah, he's not on his USC then. Frederik Andersen.
Move on.
Okay. I mean, they do have to check off. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Fred Andersen will be 37, I'm pretty sure. 36.
He's 35 as of right now. But
yeah, so he'll be 36 when...
No, he'll be 30. Well, yeah, he'll be 36 when he plays for the new team he plays for. So, I don't know. There was another guy that I wanted to... Karel Vizmelka.
Ooh, he might get some interest too.
We've been hearing that he might get traded for years, though. I think he might actually stay. He's 28 years old.
I feel like he's going to stay. I saw him play today. He looked pretty decent between the pipes. I feel like they keep him.
Yeah. That's pretty much it, to be honest with you. Your boy Anton Forsberg's expiring.
I feel like he's we're gonna move on from Anton Forsberg. I guess that's what I feel. I love Forsy, but Marilainen's been balling out.
Yeah. And then last but not least, we'll leave it at this. Robin Lehner. The Snake Farm. That's where he's going. Yeah, so Lehner is expiring. He hasn't
Snake Island. Snake Island.
That is what. Yeah.